Hello, welcome to chair yoga class. And I'm Haley. I'm going to be hosting for you today. So all you need, a chair that will help. A couple of blocks if you have them. If you don't have any blocks, you can use a tall book or a thick book. Um, and a strap, if you have a strap or a towel, will work for that purpose. So just whenever you're ready, join me in a seated position in your chair. You want to start about midway in the middle of your chair, making sure that your sits bones are securely down into your chair. Feet are flat on the floor, and your spine is nice and tall. Just coming into a seated mountain pose to start with, making sure that your core is activated. So pulling your belly button in towards your spine to help support your low back, lengthening your spine nice and tall, letting your shoulders just roll gently down your back, and just taking a few moments to come into your breath, just feeling the connection of your body into the chair, your feet on the floor, and breathing fully and deeply into your lungs, exhaling out of your nose or mouth. You can close your eyes here to begin with to help focus on the breath and using your breath to cleanse the mind, free the mind of any thoughts or worries that you've got waiting for you outside of your yoga mat today. Take these next few minutes to just focus on yourself, using this time for self-improvement as we work on connecting the body with the breath and the mind as we flow through different movements today, stretching and working the body in all directions. If you want to take a minute to set an intention for your class today, you can take this time to focus on any thought or phrase that has meaning to you, or if you want to just kind of dedicate your practice to somebody in your life that you want to send a little extra love and support to, just bring them to mind and send your energy and love out to them as you move through practice today. Just take a few more deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and sighing it out of your mouth. Just letting your body soften into the chair as you breathe. And if you've closed your eyes, you can go ahead and open them up now, lengthening your spine as you inhale, leaving your hands on your knees. We're going to move through some cat and cows. So as you inhale, arching the back, pulling your chest through and gently gazing up towards the ceiling and squeezing those shoulder blades together, leaving your elbows in close to your ribs. And as you exhale, tucking the pelvis, doming the back, pressing through your shoulder blades, kind of squeezing your shoulders together and tucking your chin down into your chest. Inhaling, pulling through into cow, arching the back, shoulder blades squeeze, chest shines up towards the ceiling. And exhaling into your cat, tucking the pelvis, doming the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together and tucking the chin. Just moving through at your own pace, moving with your breath, inhaling into cow and exhaling, arching back into cat. Just taking any extra movements If you've got a spot that needs a little extra attention, feel free to take a little extra time breathing into that area. Just moving with what your body needs this morning. And move through one more full cycle of cow, cat. Inhaling back up to a neutral spine, centering with your head over heart, heart over pelvis. Spine's nice and tall, leaving your hands relaxed on your knees. And as you inhale, lengthening your spine, and exhale just into a forward fold, just leaving your hands on your knees. And inhale, rolling back up to a mountain pose. Exhaling forward into a forward bend. Inhaling back up into your mountain pose, spine nice and tall. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhale back up to a seated position. And we're going to move through a seated sun salutation. So on your inhale, arms circle up, stretching tall as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hands come down towards the ground. You can use your blocks here to rest your hands on, letting your chest drape over your thighs, head comes down towards your knees. And inhale, rolling up. And as you come up, bringing your right knee in towards your chest, squeezing it in tight, lengthening your spine. And exhale, dropping your knee, your forehead down towards your knee. Inhale, sitting straight. Foot comes back down to the ground. Arms circle up overhead. And exhaling back into your forward fold, hands down to the block or to the ground. Chest draped over the knees. Inhale, sitting back up, pulling your left knee in towards your chest, spine's tall, and exhaling, forehead down towards your knee. Inhale, releasing your foot back down to the ground, spine's tall, arms circle up overhead, and exhale back into your forward fold. Hands down to the block or to the ground. Inhale, coming back up to a seated position, arms circle up. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to run through that sequence again. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, draping your chest over your thighs. Inhale, right knee pulls in towards your chest as you sit up tall. Exhale, forehead down towards your knee. Inhale, releasing your foot down, spine's tall, arms circle up. Exhale back into your forward fold, draping your forehead down towards your knees. Inhale, rolling up, pulling your left knee into your chest, spine's tall. And exhale, forehead down to knee. Inhale, releasing the left foot down, spine tall, arms circle up. Exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, rolling up into your seated position, arms circle up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to inhale, arms are going to come back, grabbing onto the back of your chair. I'll turn here so you can see either the back of the chair or here. And we're going to arch back into a cobra. So you're going to tilt your pelvis back, arching your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Chest is pushing through towards the ceiling, and your gaze is slightly up. Just going to hold your cobra here for a few breaths. And one more inhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhaling back into a neutral spine, hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, arms circle up. And we're going to exhale into a twist to the right. So left arm comes to your right outer leg. Right arm grabs the back of your chair as you look over that right shoulder. Inhaling, lengthening your spine, and exhaling into the twist. And one more inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, looking over that right shoulder. And inhale back to center, arms circle up tall. And exhale, twisting towards the left. Right arm to your left outer knee. Left arm reaches behind to the back of your chair. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and exhaling into your twist. And one more inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, looking over that back shoulder. Inhale forward, arms circle up. And exhale, your right hand is going to come down to the block, and your left arm is going to reach up and out, coming into a revolved chair, lengthening your spine as you inhale, breathing into the twist as you exhale. And one more inhale, stretching that left arm up tall. Exhale back to a seated position. Inhale, arms circle up. And exhale, left hand comes down to the block in front of your feet, and right arm stretches up towards the sky, coming into a revolved twist on the other side. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, stretching that right arm up towards the ceiling. One more inhale, and a full exhale into the twist, and inhale back to a seated position. Inhale, arms circle up, and exhale, forward fold. Let your chest drape over your thighs. Inhale, rolling back up to a seated position. Hands to prayer at heart center. And we're going to flow through that again. So as you inhale, arms are going to reach behind, holding the back side of your chair. As you arch into your cobra, arching the back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, chest pushing through towards the ceiling, and gaze gently looking up, holding your cobra for a few breaths. And one more inhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and exhale back into a neutral spine. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, twisting to the right, left arm to right outer knee, right arm to the back of your chair, lengthening your spine as you inhale, breathing into the twist as you exhale. And one more inhale here, and a full exhale out. Your next inhale, turning back to center, arms reaching up tall. As you exhale, twisting over towards the left, right arm to left outer leg. Left arm reaches behind, holding onto the chair. Lengthening your spine as you inhale, breathing into the twist as you exhale. Inhale back to center, arms stretching up tall. Exhale, left hand to the block, right arm up towards the ceiling, twisting, revolve twist to the right. Lengthening your spine as you inhale, breathing into the twist as you exhale. And if you don't have a block, you can kind of rest your elbow on your knees, or you can also drop your hand down to the floor. One more inhale, stretching that right arm up tall. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, revolve twist towards the left. So right hand either coming down onto a block, elbow onto the knees, or right hand down to the floor. Lengthening your spine as you inhale and breathing into the twist as you exhale. One more inhale, stretch the left arm up tall. Exhale, sitting back up. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, draping your chest over your legs, letting your forehead come down towards your knees. And inhale, slowly rolling back up to your mountain pose. And if you've got a strap or a towel, you can use that at this time. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So making sure you're sitting about midway down your chair. If you've got a strap or a towel, you can wrap it around the bottom, about the balls of your feet, starting with your right leg. Left foot is going to stay firmly on the ground with your knee bent. Hips are secure in your chair, spine's nice and tall. So having your core activated, pulling your belly button in to support your back. And as you inhale, you're going to raise your right foot up off the ground, coming into a hamstring stretch, using your strap or towel to help keeping your foot flexed to get that stretch down the back side of your leg, and just bringing it up to your own degree, keeping your spine tall and breathing into the stretch here. And one more inhale and a full exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to open the foot out towards the right, coming into an abductor stretch. So you'll get a stretch down the inside of that right foot, continuing to hold onto that strap. And exhale, foot back to center and releasing it down onto the ground, letting the strap go. And we're going to move into a little bit of core work. So bringing your arms behind your head, elbows out towards your side. And as you inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine. And exhale, you're going to bring right knee, right elbow to left knee and back down. Crunch left elbow to right knee. Inhale, back down. And just move with your breath at your own pace. And focus on squeezing your core together as you crunch knee to elbow. And let's do one more on each side. And both feet flat on the ground. Inhale, arms circle up. And exhale, forward fold. Draping the head down and slowly rolling back up to your mountain pose. Shrugging your shoulders up and rolling them down the back. And go ahead and grab your strap or towel if you need it. Coming into a hamstring stretch on the left side. So putting that strap down the ball of your foot. Right knee will stay bent, right foot firmly onto the ground. Spine's tall, core's activated in, and as you inhale, raising that left leg up off the ground, keeping that foot flexed to get that stretch down the back side of your left leg, just pulling it up to your own degree. And one more inhale. And as you exhale, start opening that left leg out towards the side, coming into an abductor stretch. And one more inhale. And exhale, bringing that leg back to midline and releasing it down to the ground. We're going to do our abdominal core workout again here. So inhale, hands behind the head. You should be able to see your elbows and your peripheral vision. And as you exhale, bringing your right knee to left elbow, squeezing your core together. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale back to midline. Once again, just kind of moving at your own pace, making it nice and controlled, squeezing your core together as you crunch. And one more on each side. Inhale, arms upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. And slowly roll back to your mountain pose. Spine's nice and tall. Shoulders roll down your back. We're going to stand behind our chair for this next sequence. I will turn mine here so you can see. And we're going to start. So you want to be close to the back of your chair, and we're going to go through some toe raises and squats. So as you inhale, you're going to raise up onto your toes, squeezing your calves and squeezing your glutes, keeping your core in. And as you exhale, drop back down to your heels, and then sitting back into a squat like you're sitting on the edge of a chair. And then exhale back into your toe raise, squeezing your glutes and calves, exhaling down, coming into your squat, chest stays up high. Inhale up, squeezing up onto your toes. Exhale down, coming into your squat. And one more, inhale up all the way onto your toes. Everything squeezes in. Exhale down into your squat. Keeping your chest up. Inhale back up to standing. And just stepping back about 3 or 4 feet, coming into a downward dog. Letting your hands or forearms rest on the back of the chair. Bending at the waist, chest falls through towards the ground. And one deep inhale here. And a full exhale out. On your next inhale, you're going to walk back to the back of the chair. Then we're going to move through a standing sun salutation. So as you inhale, arms circle up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, placing your hands on the back of the chair, letting your chest come down to the back of your chair. As you inhale, right foot is going to step to the back, coming into a high lunge, leaving your left knee over the left ankle, pushing your right hip forward, chest pulls through, and then exhale, left foot steps back, coming back into a downward dog, hands on the back of the chair, chest falls through down towards the ground. And inhale, you're going to pull forward into a plank, leaving your hands on the ground or on the chair, pulling your pelvis forward, squeezing your glutes and your core to activate, coming into a straight line if you can, and then exhaling, hips push back into your downward dog. And as you inhale, right foot steps forward, coming into that high lunge, right knee over right ankle, left hip pressing forward, chest is pulled high, and exhale back into a standing position. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to run through that sequence one more time. So hands to the back of the chair. And as you inhale, you're going to rise up onto your tippy toes, squeezing your glutes and your calves. Exhaling down to your heels, sitting your hips back into a squat. Inhale, stand all the way up on your tippy toes. And exhaling down into your squat. Inhale, pushing back up, coming onto your tippy toes. Exhaling down into your squat. Inhale back up, squeezing everything to the midline. Exhaling back into your squat. Inhale one more time, all the way up onto your tippy toes. And exhale down into your squat. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, stepping back into your downward dog. Feet should be about hips width apart, hands resting on the back of your chair, and chest pressing through towards the ground. And one inhale, and a full exhale. On your next inhale, walk yourself back into a standing position, moving into our sun salutations. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, hands and chest to the back of the chair. Inhale, right foot steps back into your high lunge. Exhale, left foot steps back to meet the right, coming down into your downward dog. Inhale, pulling your pelvis through for your plank, coming into a straight line. Exhale, pushing your hips back into your downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, coming into your high lunge. Hips squared, chest held high. And exhale, stepping left foot forward, inhaling upward salute. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms circle up. And hands to the back of the chair. Inhaling up onto your tippy toes. Exhaling down into your squat. Inhale, coming all the way up, squeezing everything to the midline. Exhaling down into your squat. Inhale up onto your tippy toes. Exhaling down into your squat. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, squat back into your heels. And one more inhale all the way up. And exhale, squatting back into your heels. Inhale to stand. Exhale to step back into your downward dog. Hands resting on the back of the chair. Bending at the waist, chest falls through towards the ground. One full inhale. And a complete exhale, sighing it all out. Inhale, walking back to the back of your chair. Inhale for your upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, chest down towards the back of the chair. Inhale, right foot steps back into your high lunge. Exhale, left foot steps back, coming into your downward dog. Inhale, pushing hips forward, coming into your plank. Exhale, hips push back into your downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, coming into your high lunge. And then exhale, left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale for your upward salute. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come back to a seated position. Sitting towards the middle of your chair, letting your hands just kind of rest gently in your lap. And as you inhale, your right arm is going to circle up and out. And as you exhale, cross the body and coming back around, making a full circle. Inhale, left arm reaches up, circles out, and crossing the body as you exhale. Inhale, both arms reach up. As you exhale, we're going to T-twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm towards the front. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, T-twist to the left. Left arm comes behind, right arm stretches out front. Inhale, back up to center, stretching up tall. And exhale into your forward fold. Chest drapes over the knees, arms, hands down to the block or to the floor. And inhale, roll up to your seated position. Inhale, right arm circles up. Exhaling as you cross the body. Inhale, left arm circles up. Exhale as it crosses the body. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, T-twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. T-twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale for your forward fold. Inhale, roll back up to your mountain pose. Inhale, right arm circles up and over as you exhale. Left arm, inhale up. Exhale as it crosses the body. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, T-twist to the left, right. Inhale back to center. T-twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. And we'll run through that one more time. Exhale, right arm circles up. And exhale as it comes down. Inhale, left arm circles up. And exhale as it comes down. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, T-twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. T-twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold. And we're going to hold this fold for a few breaths. Just feeling the elongation of your spine as you fold over your legs, letting your forehead come down towards your knees. Just breathing into the back body, feeling your spine stretch and elongate as you inhale. And fully exhale, releasing down into the chair. Another full inhale into the back, feeling the spine lengthen. And a full exhale, letting it all go. And slowly rolling up, letting your hands just kind of dangle as you roll all the way up into a seated position. Getting your hips firmly into the chair. You may need a block here. I'm going to come into a pigeon pose. You're going to keep your left foot flat onto the ground with your knee bent. Actually, let's kind of scoot forward a little bit to give your hip a little extra room. And different variations here. To start with, you can just come into the flat edge of your foot and leaving the sole of your foot pressed up against your left foot, letting that right knee fall open, coming into a stretch on the outside of that right hip. And you can stay here if this is enough of a stretch, or you can use your block to raise your foot up at whatever level. This kind of an intermediate and a little more intermediate. So putting the flat edge of your foot onto the block and the sole of your foot pressing into the leg. Once again, kind of letting that right knee fall open. Or you can bring the foot all the way up onto your thigh, leaving your foot flexed to protect that knee and letting that right hip open up. And leaving your spine tall, or you can come into a forward fold, bringing your chest down towards your foot to help increase the stretch on that right outer hip. And we'll just hold this for a few breaths. And one more inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhaling into the fold. And inhale, sitting back up, dropping that right foot back down to the ground. And just shaking it out a little here. And we'll move to the other side, leaving your right foot flat onto the ground, coming into an external rotation of your left hip, the flat edge of your left foot either down onto the ground or using your block at a higher level if that is where you need to go. And gently pushing on the inside of your thigh if you want a little more of a stretch, or coming all the way up onto your right thigh. Once again, keeping that foot flexed to protect that knee. And you can either stay with your spine tall, or you can lean forward to intensify the stretch. Just go to your own degree. Just find your edge, the area where you're getting a good stretch, but you can still breathe through the stretch. We want your breath to remain full and even. You don't want it to get short and choppy. Just keep breathing deeply all the way into the bottom of your lungs and exhaling fully and completely, letting it all blow out. And one more inhale, lengthening your spine, and exhaling into the fold. And inhale, rolling back up to a seated position, dropping your left foot back down to the ground and shaking it out. Go ahead and rock your hips towards the back of the chair. Feet remain flat on the floor, but just kind of soften down into the chair, keeping your spine long as you lean back into the chair, coming into your final resting pose. You can let your arms dangle down at your side or leave your hands softly relaxed in your lap. Is coming into Shavasana as you feel your feet relax onto the floor, letting go of any tension in the legs, letting everything soften as you breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your nose or mouth. Releasing any tension out of the hips, out of the glutes, just letting your hips soften down into the chair, knowing that you are fully supported in your resting pose. Letting your belly go soft as you breathe deeply down into the belly. Releasing any tension out of your low back. Just letting your back soften and feel that relaxation just slowly moving up your spine. Just soften into the back of your chair, letting your shoulders melt away from your ears, releasing any tension out of your neck and out of your shoulders. Hands are loosely resting in your lap or dangling at your sides. And pull that calmness and softness up the neck, releasing any tension out of your jaw, out of your brow. Just feeling the energy flow from your toe tips all the way out through the top of your head as you soften and relax completely into the ground and into your chair. You can slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing some gentle movement back into the body. And bringing your feet and knees together, spine stretches up tall, arms reach up overhead, coming into a full body stretch. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center, centering with your head over heart, heart over pelvis. I want to thank you for joining me in practice today. It truly is a blessing for me to be able to serve you and practice with you. I bow to you. Namaste.